Yeah, to be honest, I miss like real art talks that I'm in the space, with the people. So tired of Zoom.
Yeah, it's more tense here. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah. Even though like it feels you're like at home, you can go to toilet anytime, like just wait me a little bit but
Yeah.
still, I feel like I miss this energy and the vibe from the people.
Okay, we're live now.
Great.
Nice. Hi, everyone. I'm Maral, and I'm here today with Selma Selman to talk about her 100-year plan. Um, Hi, Salma. How are you?
I'm really good, very exciting.
Yes, me too. Would you like to introduce yourself first?
Sure. So my name is Selma Selman. I'm from Bosnia, but I live between United States and Europe. This is like diplomatic answer. To be more precise, I'm now in Bihać in my hometown, and here I have my studio and I'm working on the projects. So maybe a little bit about my education. So I finished the Academy of Art in Bosnia, Department of Painting. After academy, I went to study in Budapest. I did like a program which is called Roma Education, a preparation program for masters, and there I had classes in English, also philosophy and anthropology. After that, I got a scholarship to study in New York at Syracuse University, and there I did my master's in visual and performing arts.
Nice.
And from this year, I'm also moving to Amsterdam, where I will be attending the art residency at Rijksacademy. So this is briefly about me.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. For the ones who don't know or who haven't watched yet, we have two works of you
Mm.
in our website for the Bridges Through My Window Festival. The first one is Mercedes Matrix, and the second one is Superposition. Would you like to talk a bit about them, about your works?
Sure. So maybe like I think it's we can start with the superposition because with this work I can introduce like my art and what I do and the concepts I use and other stuff.
Yeah.
So a superposition, this is the work which I did in 2017. And the reason why I wanted to do the work which is related to the concept of superposition, which is related to quantum physics,
Mhm.
which is actually saying that through metaphysics and through quantum physics, the waves are moving constantly at the same time in many different places.
Yeah.
So when I was comparing this to my own identity, then I realized that it really fits me so well because I never perceived myself only as a Bosnian artist, neither only as a Roma artist, neither only as American artist, because of all this, because of my backgrounds. And I didn't want to put myself in the box, in this bubble, and I wanted to open the spaces a little bit more because, okay, I am Roma, I belong to the most marginalized group of people and the biggest minority in Europe, but still, it doesn't mean if I'm an artist that I do only works related to Roma or that my art is Roma art, because this is the terminology which is still in the process of exploring it. And then I created this performance where I wanted to become three people in one body.
Mhm.
And since during that time, even today, I'm actually practicing kickboxing and boxing and martial art. I realized that I want to use this because this is somehow symbolically related also to me and my identity with the constant fight, with the discrimination, stereotypes, like patriarchy and other things. And then I came up with this idea to, like box with myself, but also to be my own opponent and to be my own trainer. So I was saying, okay, I was saying, um, hit the body left side, defend yourself, or you can do it, you can do it. So all these three personalities, in one
Yeah.
place, was actually demonstration of like how would this like superposition work, in the reality. And um, and then another work, Mercedes Matrix, which is the performance I did in 2019 in Germany, in Hamburg, for a crafts
Mhm.
festival. So maybe just a little bit background about what I do with the scrap metal, what I do with the Mercedeses, and why I decided to use this expensive car. For example, like um, as I told you, like I belong to Roma, and many Roma people are actually doing business in scrap metal, which means they're collecting it and then recycling it. And my family has been doing this for many years, and I myself, I remember as a child, I was used to dismantle like washing machines and like I don't know, like all kind of metals to separate, to choose what is good for recycling, what is good, what is not good, and other things. And this is something that I really know how to do, and this is part of my life. And the first time when I realized that I can actually use this scrap metal and transform it into a little bit valuable artifact was when I started to paint on these objects, like pots, I don't know, like pieces of cars, or like a fridge, piece of fridge, which is with the metal. And then what I was doing is actually taking this process of the work, which is not perceived to have a value. Like scrap metal is not a job which is perceived as a value, and that people who are doing it, they don't have the value because they belong to the lower level of the I don't know, labor.
Maybe. Oh, yeah.
So what I did is actually I just took this object and transform it, and I gave it a value, social and economic value, because now this piece which was rejected, like let's say a pot which was rejected didn't have any value. I painted it, I put it in the art, and I sell it. It gains another value. It's appreciated. Um, so I was thinking like what else I could do, but I also wanted to include my family in this. And
It's a family business, actually, right?
mhm.
Mhm.
And for example, the first performances which I did with dismantling, for example, objects in the public spaces, was the washing machine. I dismantled the washing machine in Rijeka in Croatia, and the second performance I did was I dismantled 45 vacuum cleaners in Budapest in ACB gallery. And the third time I did this performance, but with my family, was we actually dismantled the Mercedes, which was actually working, and I really wanted to deconstruct this capitalistic machine,
Mhm.
which has a lot of value. But at the same time, I wanted to construct this social sculpture together with my family, and we were, like when I am like coming up with these ideas, I sit down and I talk with my family, and then like we're brainstorming the ideas, and then my father or my brother would say, why we don't wear like all like leather jackets. Or for example, my brother actually came up with the title Mercedes Matrix, and I
Oh,
was thinking this is a genius idea.
yeah.
Yes, we're gonna do it. And when I told them that we actually got the Mercedes to dismantle, they were like in shock. They couldn't believe that we're gonna do this. And I always say this because it's really important. When I was doing this with my father, my brother, and my neighbor, they told me that this was the first time in their life that they felt that the work they know to do the best was perceived as normal, was perceived as a high, was perceived as like I don't know, like that there is something that it gained the value. And they felt proud, like to do this, to know how to do it, like to dismantle the or to break the Mercedes. And yeah, and then when I was doing this performance, I had the audio which I recorded, and in this audio I was actually explaining why we are doing this performance and what it's about, because I think it made more sense for people to understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
So this performance lasted, I think, for 2.5 hours, and it was really interesting, to be honest, and one of my, I don't know, like big production works, I would say. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a great work. That's how we, I think, got to know you, like from the internet. We bumped into this and then contacted you, asked temporary dialects. And how was the afterwards? How was the reactions of your family? Like this dismantling as like as a performance, because they do it normally, but as a performance. And yeah, how did they react?
They really loved it. And they loved that they had the chance to wear all these clothes, the letter, that everything was going so well. They got paid, we got all paid the same, They were, I never perceived them as workers. I perceived them as a performance in this performance, because it was like a delegated performance. Like we talked openly and they agreed, like to do this. And they cannot wait to do another thing. We were supposed to do another performance in Vienna,
Mhm.
in Kunsthalle. So they also wanted us to break the Mercedes there, but because of the restrictions and I don't know, regulations, the government, and the law didn't allow us to do it outside. So, but we're planning a new work actually, but I hope this is going to happen very soon. But we got an offer to destroy the private jet, and we are now in a preparation for this.
Crazy. Oh
So,
my God, how massive is it, like physically?
mm,
Uh, Crazy. Yeah, well, thank you for this nice story, also the backstory of it.
first,
You were saying also as a child, you were also like helping your family and collecting the metals, and I somehow want to jump maybe to the get the heck back to school,
mhm,
your project, which is providing scholarships for Roma girls mostly.
mhm.
Like to tell us about this a bit?
So get the heck to school. This is the project which I started in 2017, 4 years ago.
Mhm.
And I started this in Washington, D.C. So the idea of this project is actually to support girls in elementary school to stay in school, and also to finish the elementary school and to help them to continue their education. And the reason why I was focused mostly on the Roma girls is because I think they were the victims of the patriarchy, but also of the economy. Because like when you're a girl and young, and if you don't bring any value at home, then you're not perceived as a person who can help the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And since like I live in a city which is in a very big collapse, and no one actually have the opportunity to work. Can you imagine how is then for Roma people who are constantly living under discrimination, poverty, and stigma? So it was very hard for these girls actually to continue their education. So what I was doing actually, um, helping them to stay in school by giving them these scholarships, but also, like mentoring them, like constantly being in touch with them, which is really a lot of work for me because I also have my career.
Yeah, how do you
And
manage?
another thing was that everything what I do is coming from my personal budgets. Like everything what I sell from the honorariums and stuff, like 20 to 50% goes to this foundation.
Okay.
And
It's not like you open a funding. It's
no,
totally.
because it's a little bit complicated because the project that I am doing, this kind of structure of helping to children doesn't exist in Europe. So no one actually gave me. I applied, of course, I applied for many grants, but no one actually gave me the financial support because they said they don't have the budgets for the scholarships for the elementary school because it doesn't exist in Europe.
Because it's so normal for people to go to elementary school.
Yes, yes, it is normal, but like with these conditions, even though the education is free, when you think about the real situation in which these children are growing up, uh, sometimes it looks very impossible.
Yeah.
Even though their parents they really want them to go to school, they want their children to be educated, but the life doesn't let them because you have to eat, you have to, I don't know, pay the electricity, and in this country you don't have the universal basic income, it doesn't exist. So it's very complicated. So
And
I started this in 2017 with only funding 5 girls with a full scholarship and 35 children with a daily lunch.
mhm.
And now we have 12 girls. I'm talking about 2021. We have 12 girls who are getting the scholarship. We have 3 boys. We included the boys because boys were actually saying, like, wait, you're giving the scholarship only to the girls who have the best grades, who are doing good. What about the boys who are also good? So I had the fight, we had a discussion like why not boys? And actually, why not?
Yeah.
And we included them as well. They're doing really great. So now altogether is 15 children, and we had to stop the school lunch in schools because of the pandemic. But we hope from the next year that we can continue with this side project. Yeah, so this is it. I mean, like, this is very important project for me, even though I have to say it's hard. It's not always like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. No, it's very hard. You have to give like your energy, you're giving your money, like you think the best to these children, and sometimes like you don't get this because like children have the issues themselves, so I cannot go and fix their private issues.
Yeah. Yes.
But so far I'm really happy because in the last 20 years only 20% of the children would finish elementary school in my hometown. I'm talking about Roma
Yeah, yeah,
children.
yeah, I
And
know.
now we have 95%. It boosted the attendance rate up to 95%, which I think it's a huge, huge success for me.
It's
And like I'm really so busy and I don't have so much time, like also to talk about this and to make the videos and constantly like to post on social media. But I really hope that very soon I'm going to finish this documentary that I'm making about this foundation, which I think is going to like give to people a little bit more infos about this so they can take me serious,
yeah.
like that I'm really doing something big, even though it's very hard for me to talk about all my successes, you
Mhm.
know but I think this project is very important because this is not about statement in art that I'm saying the statement. This
Mhm.
is about the fact that you're changing the life to someone. Even if I would have only 3 girls in 5 years who would finish the elementary school and apply, for the high school, this is a big success for me. And now I have one girl who is studying at the law school. She's already BA. I have the girl who is the second year of the high school, art high school. And then like I have the girls who gonna apply next year for the high school. So this is really like I would say like a small quantum revolution is happening, and people don't know, but soon I hope that I will have more audiences.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, also, yeah, it's so big that like it's even for one person, just for you, it's a big thing to do, and you have to get some help. I mean, you deserve, or these girls, or this project deserves a lot of support.
Yeah, but I'm also waiting for the girls, to get a little bit more experience so they can help me,
Yeah.
Some of them can do the administration, some of them, can do like help me with the, social media. So I'm slowly educating, making the army, of the women who will work with me.
Nice, sounds great. And do you have also like a close relationship with the families, with the
Yeah,
parents?
I know them all, they all know me. So, and they really respect me. So they think the best for their children. So yeah, I'm like constantly, I mean, like when I have time, like I'm like speaking with them. We talk openly about everything. Um, so but for now, like I'm, the foundation is only based in my village. So we
Mhm.
are supporting only children from my village, but I hope when I will be able enough, financially stable, that I can go and like, maybe like work with other children from another cities in Bosnia, but the entire region maybe. Like we'll see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, great. I hope it goes bigger and bigger.
Thanks you.
Yeah, and then apart from this and apart from your art, you were mentioning this festival also.
Yes, yeah, the festival. So the festival, I started festival. Look, I forgot when I started long time ago as well. I think 2016. Yeah, look, I was a baby artist when I started this. Like it was like, I mean, 5 years ago, and I don't know, like I got in touch with the Tanya Frank. She's the director of the Luxembourg Film Festival in Luxembourg, and she told me like she's like doing this open screen, and she's sometimes like hosting it in another countries by giving the opportunity to other young, artists to curate it. And once she told me, would you like to do it, and I accepted. And then I made the first festival here, and it was huge. It was huge. We made the open call for the artists to apply. A lot of people applied. I never hoped that people apply. I had like, since I know a lot of international artists, I was asking my friends also to give me the videos, so we can show. And then I came up with the idea, okay, let's make the competition, because this is how we can like have like more people, because like it's very hard to explain to people from the village, like the video work of Alban Moya, so. And then we decided to make this competition, and then it was really good. I remember like we had the award of 50 euros. And then people, like children, were dancing, then we were showing the videos, then we had the discussion, and afterwards we had like party, like food, drinks. So it was really nice. Maybe I can show like some photos so people can see.
Yes,
I
sure.
hope it will work this time.
Yep.
Can you see
Mm-hmm.
one by one? Okay, this is not. Okay. So this was, I think this was the first one. So we also made my solo show. We were putting outside my paintings.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was the mix of like Roma and non-Roma. And for me, it was really important to be multicultural, multinational,
Multiculti. Like a really somehow very cozy gathering.
Yes, and then I had I had to rent the equipment, the projectors, and the canvas. I think I have much better photos. Like I think soon it's gonna get dark. But I love this. Look this. Like it's a mix of everyone.
Yeah.
They came. They really wanted to see the works. I don't know. I was really extremely happy.
Crazy.
I mean, I had a bunch of. It was like 100 people came.
Insane. But did the artists came also? The film, like,
No, like this was international, like for United States, China. I couldn't afford to pay the tickets for that.
yeah, of course.
But I was also showing the works. I was the artist who actually had the chance to explain the works. We also had a virtual reality.
Wow.
Like this was my work where you had to fight with me.
Ah,
The children
okay.
really enjoyed it. And
And
then the
this
party.
was in your hometown, Bihać.
Yeah, this is actually in my house. Yeah.
Ah, crazy. Hey,
I don't know if I have some.
actually, yeah, it's somehow if when you want to do something, it's actually not so hard to do stuff. Like, of course, it is hard, but
I agree. And I think I have some video of children playing. Let me just see if this is going to happen now. Movie. Okay. I really like this video because children themselves they made a ball from the plastic balls bottles and they were playing. It's like mix of white and black. Can you see? Yeah.
no, I can't see. I we can hear, but
Let
somehow it doesn't load. Mm, yeah. Ah, it's perfect. Ah, you're on mute now.
yeah, this was
Ah.
like a short video. It was
Um,
cute.
yeah, it's so good. And but you did it one time.
No, I did it 2016 to 17, 2018, 19. I just didn't do it in 2020.
Yeah.
And I'm planning to do it in 2021. Actually, we already set the date. It's going to be on the 21st of May. And yeah, this could be actually good promo.
Yeah, exactly.
So so this festival will be also part of one of the projects that I'm doing for my solo show in Sarajevo in a national gallery. And we will have the round table, the discussion with a few of the teachers that we know, and with the children and with the parents. Everyone is invited, up to 100 people with the masks. It's going to be outside, and we will discuss about the education and about the my project, get back to school, about what we have to do, how do we improve us, like how do children um, become better in school and so on. At the same time, it's going to be the opening of my studio because I didn't have the, like the official opening. And inside, I will make my show, like a small show with a few video projections. And then we will have Marina Markovic. She's the artist from Belgrade. And she's the artist who is making these works where she's taking tattoos of the institutions that she likes. And she's gonna make the tattoo of my studio Selma Selma, and make the tattoo on her arm.
Wow.
And then we're gonna have what's the name, presentation by Ivana Ivkovic. She's the artist also from Belgrade, and she traveled all around the world. Like she was at Himalaya, she was in Thailand, I don't know, Malaysia, Indonesia, everywhere, and she's gonna do the, like a small presentation to show the children where she was. And then we're gonna have another poet who's gonna read the poetry, Radmila Petrovic, and then we will have a Bosnian artist, Sheila Kameric, who will also do a short presentation and show her film. And then we will have also a few video works that I will show. And then at the end, we will have like a small party and like music. So
Mhm. Sounds good. But now I want to be there also. Like, is
the entire Germany is welcome to come.
will it be somehow online? Some
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes, definitely. I want to do the streaming constantly.
Okay,
And
perfect.
I think it's good, so because we will have this performance, the presentations, yes, the competition for the best Michael Jackson, like this
Yeah.
that I forgot. Like
Yes.
this is also going to happen.
The kids will compete, or
Yeah, mostly kids.
yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the awards. I remember once we had like so many kids. We had 20 kids who were competing, and they were all good. And we had only, I think we had 100 euros of award. And then my father said, since everyone is a winner and everyone gets 10 euros, like 5 to 10 euros. So everyone got the award. So I really liked this.
It's a nice solution, but were they happy at the end or sad?
Yes, everyone was extremely happy.
Yeah, it sounds really nice. I mean, yeah, we can see that the education is super important for you. I mean, it's important for everyone, but it's like also we see it in your practice somehow, and I guess it's one of the priorities in your 100-year plan.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well,
I mean, like 100-year plan is the my ongoing project, which I've been waiting to do, but I was constantly doing it. And everything what I do is part of this because somehow I perceive my art also as an activism because it's not only showing the statements, it's transforming stuff. Something which doesn't have the value, it gains the value, changing, the discrimination, like actually fighting it constantly.
constantly.
So I think this is part of the 100-year plan, but the physical project is actually taking place this year. And I'm working with a group of people all around the world, from United States, Austria, Bulgaria, Germany also. So this is the group of young people, artists, but also like philosophers, people from academia. And we will actually research. The first phase is actually researching,
Mhm.
like about, how do we fight the discrimination? What do we do actually? But in order to make this plan, the 100-year faster, we're going to use artificial intelligence because it's going to give us more time. And the funny thing is that you don't have to have a lot of data to feed the AI with a lot of data. It can make the data itself, which is also really important for us. And since the quantum computers also exist in the United States, it's going to give us also more opportunities to get more informations about like how do we construct this plan. And the funny thing is that the only country, I think only few countries in the world have the plan, like 100-year plan. For example, China has it. They have like I think 500 or 100 something between that. So this is funny also that I'm making a 100-year plan. But regardless of how funny and impossible this is, this is, I think with the technology and everything that we have, with the connection, with the intelligence of people and the intelligence of with artificial intelligence, we can actually um, really make this. At least try and see what we will get.
Yeah, true. I mean, at least, yeah, try the opportunities that we created also as humans, this technology that is AI, and that, like, this circulation of information, it's so crazy. We have to use it to make it better somehow.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also, for example, like for me, it's important to kind of work with the people who are doing like multitask, multi stuff, like polymath people, like who are also artists, but also like activists, but also like philosophers, mathematicians, like chemistry people. Like I think it's really important to combine all this knowledge, in order to construct something new.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, it sounds really amazing. I mean, something fell. It's crazy how you do all these different things also. I mean, you're one of them, what you tell. Like, now you mentioned all these projects, and also just for 2021, it must be crazy for you also
I
to.
think I don't have enough time. I mean, I wish like there's like more time, but slowly, slowly, like
Yeah.
doing it. I actually enjoy what I do, and I don't know, like I'm extremely like social and very positive person,
Yeah.
and I really think this is like for me, the creativity is a crucial thing in my life. This is something which really helped me survive. Art is something that I wouldn't be able to live without.
Yeah.
So I'm just truly believing in art and doing what I think is possible for me. So
Yeah, it's really nice to hear this. I mean, sometimes you lose hope with art, especially in certain places or with institutions that are all around us, that are somehow reproducing the same rules, the same norms, and making art so untouchable and so far away from the reality. And then people like you come along and somehow give us hope in a way that actually art is important, and can change stuff or can touch people. And yeah, even if it touches one person, it's already very, very important. As you said with the girls, like even just one girl who is educated, it's super nice.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, then maybe we can check if there are any questions. I asked my team, are there any other questions from our viewers? Otherwise, um, we can. It's super nice. Opa.
Yeah,
I,
that's true.
yeah, I opened my own YouTube. Okay, I think unfortunately there are no questions, or I couldn't reach my.
It's great. No one has comment.
Yeah, sometimes yeah, it's weird with this online thing. I think people are even more shy.
I know, but I understand everyone, and since this is the time of the pandemic, and I think people are also kind of bored of Zoom and like not being there in the physical places with people. I truly understand. I don't want to hope. I don't want to put this in a hope, but I think that things will not go back to normal. They have to become a little bit better than it was before,
Yeah.
and let's see if we learned something from all of this, like from this apocalypse, right? So maybe we did.
Yeah, I hope we did. I don't know. human animals, like human species, are quite tricky. You never know with us if we learn or not, but I hope so too.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much, Rania. This was really, Rania, Maral. Maral.
Yeah.
Uh, thank you very much. This was really nice.
There is one question.
No, it's too late. I'm leaving.
Yes. Or, yeah, we take the question.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. Mm. What empowers in general to continue your artistic practices?
What empowers me?
Yeah.
Uh, I think just everything I can say what I went through my life and everything what I didn't want for myself and either for, let's say, for my mother, you know,
Mhm.
because her life was very hard and harsh because had to go marry. She was married at age 12. And I realized this is something that I don't want for myself. And all this, like, I would say, negative, like, past actually empowered me to empower myself. When everyone said that I will never be successful, when the people and children in elementary school were bullying me, I was just like betting that I am going to become that person, you know, that you're gonna like point the finger and say, "This is Selma Selman," you know, she made it. So I think I personally, to be honest, I am like empowering myself, but also I don't know, like many other women, like my mother, my sisters, many artists. I'm really influenced by them, and you know, like sometimes when I see, for example, what Get the Heck to School did for the children, then I have more hope and belief that this is all going to work. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And mm, you also have this relationship with your mother that, I mean, we see in a lot of your works, your mom actually, right? It's,
yeah, she's constant. I mean, she's part of my works all the time. I mean, you can see that
yeah, it's on the back.
this is me and my mom. So my mom is she. I think she's the first one who really believed in me. Like when everyone else believed in my cousins who were also artists, you know, because they're male, they have more opportunities. And no one believed that I'm gonna really become this, what I'm today, right? So my mom constantly believed in me and never, you know, like betrayed me or like I don't know, like she was always there for me, even though she, like at the beginning, she didn't understand what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
slowly, you know, I was able to explain her why is this important, and then she was like also participating in many of my works, and she wanted to be part of this. So, and I always say my mom is she's a bigger artist than I am because she is very creative, you know, like, and she's a badass. She's a very lady. She, you know, like she knows how to sit. She take care of her nails or her hair. She's always like beautiful and Porsche. So I really appreciate this.
Yeah. Crazy nice. Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, it was a nice question. Thank you. And thank you, Salma, for this nice talk.
Thank you.
We now know you a bit better, and our audiences know you a bit better. And what you do is so empowering and so important. Like your art and your other projects, it's something that we look up, like, and we want to see more.
Yes, I hope. Let's keep in touch, and who knows? Maybe we'll work again together.
Yeah, hopefully.
And thanks to other girls as well.
Yeah, they are hearing us.
Great. Okay.